What's going on, people? It's your boy Neeks back with some transfer updates to the Premier League. Yeah, last night was painful. I'm not gonna lie, you lot loved it. You lot were enjoying my despair. Shame on you for kicking a man when he's down. I've seen the comments, I've seen it, but it's all in good faith, all in good nature. Things ain't looking bright for Man United, and I don't even want to talk about Man United, to be honest, because they're just pissing me off. They're absolutely pissing me off. I'm not even about the game anymore. Just everything that's going on behind the scenes, transfers or lack thereof. Like, just bring it to February the 1st, man. Bring it to February the 1st. Close it out. We know that we're not getting no one, and we can just completely direct all our anger at Woodward and the Glazers. But yeah, I'm not talking about them in this video. I need a little break from them, I need a little break. We were on a break. Remember that Friends episode? Yeah, I need a break from them. Until we play, of course, FA Cup on the weekend. Tranmere beat Watford. Thank God for that, because I don't have no faith in my team beating any Premier League side. Any side. We're going to go to Tranmere. We're not going to win, are we? We're not going to win. You don't got me talking about Man United. We're not going to beat Tranmere. We're going to go away. We're going to draw and have a replay, which means that the winter break that has been planned, we're going to eat into it by having the replay. It's going to happen. I know it. We're jokers. Anyway, Premier League transfers. Spurs are doing some business. Looking like they're going to get some business done. Might not be exactly what they want, but business nonetheless. We know Harry Kane, he's out. They've been struggling this season in the midfield, struggling for goals. I think yesterday's game against Norwich was the first game they scored in since Harry Kane was actually had actually been injured. So they're struggling with creativity and goals as well. Ali has had an upturn in form since Jose's come, and he obviously got the first goal yesterday. And those two are going to have to, and Son are going to have to step up to the mark, as well as Moura, of course, in the absence of Harry Kane. But in the absence of Harry Kane, they are actually looking to strengthen in that position. Willian, Jose, funny because there's two players, Willian, obviously the Chelsea one, and Jose Mourinho. And funny enough, Spurs were supposed to get Willian before he joined Chelsea. And of course, Jose Mourinho managed Chelsea before he did Spurs. But Willian Jose, yes, he is the Real Sociedad striker. And he has been subject apparently to a 25 million euro bid from Spurs. Sociedad won about 50 million, so double that. If they're that far away at this stage of the transfer window, I'll be surprised if it happens. 25 million. They're bidding half of what Sociedad actually want. He's got just under a goal every other game in La Liga. 28 years old, experienced striker. I guess I can understand why they won't want to bid 50 million. He's not lighting up La Liga. He hasn't got massive sell-on value at his age. He's you would say he's in the peak of his career. We know Jose likes an experienced player, so that could be why they're going for him. But knowing Levy, he's definitely not going to want to spend an extortionate amount. And of course, being in January, fees are usually bumped up a bit more. The January tax, you might call it. At this stage of the transfer window, can you see that happening? That's the question. But the real question is, can they afford for it not to happen? Harry Kane's out for the season. Are you saying that Moura and Son and Ali are enough to get Spurs the goals that they need? I mean, they were struggling for goals when they had those three and Kane. Now you haven't got Kane. They haven't got a backup striker. Llorente's gone. He went in the summer. I don't know if they've got enough goals in them Now, what is the target? Of course, the target must still be to get in the top 4. Chelsea, we know they're struggling for goals. But we know they're in the market for a striker. Cavani's been touted. If they were to lose Olivier Giroud, I feel they're going to go and get someone. Spurs have definitely loved Harry Kane for the season. I don't think they can go into the second half of the season with no replacement for Harry Kane. I'm not talking about no youth or anything like that. I'm talking about a solid replacement. William Jose has been spoken about, and they've actually made contact with Sociedad for, and as I said, put in the bid. If not him, then who? If not him, then who? Because creativity is a problem, but goals is a problem for Spurs at the moment. They scored 2 away at Norwich. Sorry, at home to Norwich. Norwich, the worst side in the league. And the second goal was quite fortunate. That's kind of what they're dealing with at the moment. And I think if they end the window without signing William Jose or someone else, it could be a very, very difficult second half of the season. They're in 3 competitions, FA Cup, Premier League and the Champions League. I think they're going to need extra heads, extra experienced heads. So we'll see if they up their bid and push that one forward. And if not, if they decide to walk away from that deal, have they got any other targets in mind? Cavani's one that we spoke about on here. Chelsea, Man United. I mentioned Spurs because I said if he had a choice, who would he go to? And being that, was it on here? Or was it on the football dugout? I can't even remember now, but it was like, I was saying that if I'm Cavani, you know you're going to be playing every game for Spurs because there's no Harry Kane. Are Spurs willing to go in for a 32, nearly 33-year-old who's on 200,000 a week? He's going to want maybe more than that, seeing that his contract is up in the summer. That would be definitely outside of their wage structure. If you offer him to Mourinho, I bet he would take him. But that doesn't seem like the Spurs structure. A loan deal could be possible. Not necessarily for Cavani, as I said, his contract's up in the summer anyway, so I doubt PSG will let him go on loan. But I feel they need to strengthen in that area. Especially as, which we're going to go into now, Christian Eriksen, looks like he's set to join Inter Milan. They've had a 15 million euro plus, I believe it's 5 million euro bonuses deal, offer accepted by Spurs. I think he's flying over there anytime soon, so he could be doing his medical. By the time you watch this video, he could have started his medical already, and he is going to be leaving Spurs in the January. So they're losing goals in Harry Kane. They're losing the creativity in Eriksen. Not that he's been great and he hasn't been really creating much, to be fair. Lo Celso did step up yesterday against Norwich. But Eriksen, put it like this, when Mourinho's struggling, when Spurs struggling, Mourinho calls for Eriksen off the bench. He's not going to have the option anymore. So they're losing that option of creativity, and that's really lacking in their squad. You would argue that outside of the 3 starters, Son, Ali, and Ali's not really a creator, and Moura, they haven't really got any. You know, yes, it's Lo Celso's job, but he hasn't proven that he can do that. Lamela, I mean, he's flattered to deceive a lot of times. He works hard, apparently. That's what I hear. But we expected definitely more from him. Ndombele, he hasn't been the player that a lot were expecting, but granted, we might have to give him a year. Or maybe more. We might have to give him. You're not going to get anything from Dyer. Sissoko's out. You're not going to get anything from Winks, really. The fullbacks aren't creating. Granted, Aurier did get an assist yesterday. So they're going to be lacking. They're really going to be lacking that area, and they're going to have to strengthen in that area. Kane, Eriksen, you have to get at least one. Bruno Fernandes. Now, he hasn't been touted to Spurs this January, but he was touted to Spurs in the summer. I'm not saying they're going to go in for him again. I don't know where Bruno Fernandes is going to end up, if anywhere other than Sporting in this month. But why not? Why not going for him? You looked at him in the summer. I don't know, maybe Mourinho does want him, I don't know. But he's definitely, for me, he looks like a player that, why couldn't he do at Spurs? Maybe he plays in a very similar position to Ali. You might have to drop him deeper. I don't know. I don't know the thinking, but they definitely need an attacking player, whether it's creative or goal scoring, if they're gonna really cope without two of their key biggest players over the last few years. Finally, I'm gonna touch on Chelsea. Victor Moses has made his move from Chelsea, I guess, technically, from Chelsea on loan to Inter Milan. Conte is building a Premier League side over in Serie A. It's very strange. Very strange. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why. It's weird. Lukaku, Sanchez, Young, Moses, Eriksen. They're looking at Giroud. That's 6 ex-Premier League stars possibly. That's a lot. And no doubt there's probably going to be, no doubt there could be more in the future. But yeah, he's looking to build a little miniature ex-Premier League team out in Serie A. And Victor Moses, who was on loan at Fenerbahce, and he's been recalled from that loan. He's gone on loan to Inter Milan for the rest of the season with an option to buy for £10 million. So I wish him all the best. Obviously, I got nothing against him. He ain't really played for Chelsea. He needs to make the best of his career, the best move. And I think obviously playing for Inter Milan under Conte, who he won the Premier League title with, is a much more attractive proposition than playing in the Turkish league with Fenerbahce, or even staying at Chelsea where he wouldn't be getting any game time. So yeah, he's made that move, and we'll see if he can perform enough and impress enough to make that move permanent in the summer. There's a few of them, including Ashley Young, who I guess will be playing for a permanent contract at Inter Milan in the summer, among maybe some others. I'll do some Man United transfer news tomorrow. As I said, I don't really want to talk about them now. They're getting on my nerves. And maybe we might have some more developments tomorrow, something to get us, a bit more excited. But as I said, yes, the main news is surrounding Spurs. Eriksen set to leave, and William Jose has been targeted as Harry Kane's replacement. Do you expect both deals to go through? If not, then who and what do Spurs need to make something successful in the second half of the season? Because the first half has been somewhat of a disaster. Guys, hit the like and subscribe button. Let me know your comments below and everything we discussed. Share the video, and I'll see you soon.